Hello everyone, here is a mesmerizing sci-fi anthology with a refreshing new thought process. A book that explores interesting stories in space and time. A book that also takes us to our past to explore our remote ancient history through the lens of science and technology. So, let me take you into this fantastic journey through space and time. Now, let me first take you to a very futuristic scenario where our sun in the solar system is on the verge of dying. How will the advanced human beings of the future deal with it? Will they find an answer to revive the sun? Would they have solved other problems of lifespan, habitation in Moon and Mars? And what kind of a mammoth machine would be needed to resurrect the sun? Does that look like similar to the concept of the Dyson sphere speculated by NASA, being used by aliens to absorb energy and fuel from stars that are light years away? Would a similar approach help resurrect our dying sun? The author deals with such a scenario in our very own solar system in the story Resurrection. Let's now look at the space through the eyes of Anna. She was looking out of the window while standing at the common hull of a space patrolling ship. But wait, she could not see the normal colorful view of the outside space. All she could do was gaze at the monochromatic vision of the space view outside. She hated her eyes, but then, what really caused her vision to change this way? She was transplanted with phalanopsipient eyes due to a mishap during one of her space travels. The past comes back to haunt her. How would Anna face the situation? Will she be able to solve the mysterious killings in her ship? Can she rely on her much-hated eyes? The story Blink explores the future possibilities of alien organ transplant. The story deals with human sensibilities and potential due to the impact of technology in the futuristic outer space amongst alien life forms. Let me now take you to another part of the space in yet another distant futuristic time. We can see a spaceship orbiting an alien Earth-like planet. That is Major. This ship has a team of doctors going to explore an alien virus that has killed some of the members of the research team who have spent a good time on this planet already. The planet is larger than Earth, just like a super Earth. It's a dry, rocky planet. And what do we see? The sun on this planet is fading. Its energy to support life form is diminishing. Except for a small patch where the native spiritual aliens are living safely for generations, with limited preserved flora and fauna in spite of the pandemic virus across the planet. Hurry! The captain of the research team communicates with the alien through telepathy and realizes his true spiritual potential. Would his findings defy the medical approach? For the masters rise time and again for deliverance. Witness this in the story, the Holy Temple of Eula, to realize the universal language of spirituality. And what do we see here? thousands of light years away, Janaki and Arnold traveled to a remote planet in an extremely hazardous climate to find out what they call it as the sphere. The sphere, as they call it, turns from blue to translucent green color and suddenly gets active. What kind of object are we dealing with here? Is this the source of unlimited energy? If yes, can it solve our world's energy crisis? But then, are we familiar with the genesis? From future space travel, now let us come back to our own planet Earth 4,000 years ago, in the year 2080 BC. It was centuries since the Mahabharata war was fought. The generations after the Pandavas were coming out of the Dark Age and setting up kingdoms for prosperity and progress. Little did they know that the war fought by their great ancestors was not the last. They faced a mammoth invasion by the Gandharvas. The high walls of the prosperous Haryappa city were being defended by the brave warriors led by Princess Charulata. But was it enough to prevent the onslaught of the Gandharvas? Strange powers were witnessed by the defending warriors at Haryappa. They were the secret Mayavis. Agrasena, the head of the army from the land of Bharat, ancient India, had to travel to the ancient land of South America, referred in our scriptures as the Patalok, to the land of Mayans, to learn the secrets that were lost during the Dark Age. Would this invasion in the ancient land of the Bharata invoke the wrath of the sky gods? And would they come in their ancient spaceships and use the much debated nuclear warheads? For we know today that since thousands of years, no cities could be built again over the ruins of Mohenjo and Haryappa. Come, let's trigger our minds and explore these wonderful collections of science fiction stories and fantasies and question ourselves. What if? In the book The Last War and Other Stories. Edition 2 is now available and up for you all to grab.